Hey, hey, hey. Hey, welcome to Prostoryline. My name is and I'm streaming from Nigeria. Let me know where you're watching from. And please subscribe to the channel if you're just tuning in for the first time. Subscribe to the channel if you're tuning in for the first time, guys. Good morning, my neighbors. How y'all doing, guys? How y'all doing? Danielle Nash, can I please have a shout out? Go on. Yeah. Of course you can. You can. Am I giving a shout out to you? What's the name of the person you want to give a shout out to? Danielle. Cherubim. Cherubim. Love you. Love you too, Cherubim. Please, guys, like the live. Valerie Godwin. Hi, Valerie. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Mohammed Ladi. Hi. Guys, subscribe to the channel and like this live. I'm not saying no like. Come on, give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up. Like the live. Tap your screen to like the live. Thank you. Thank you so much. I should give a shout out to Danielle. Danielle, a big shout out to you. What's happening today? What's happening today? What's up with you? Where are you watching from, guys? Danielle, where are you watching from? Cherubim, where are you watching from? I would like and subscribe. Please do, Valerie. Come on now. I'm having only one like. Give us a thumbs up. Tap your screen, guys, to like the live. Mohammed says, no, my name is Samara Muhammad. Okay. Good to have you, Samara. Which country are you watching from? Thank you for that like. Which country on this planet Earth are you watching from? Can I know? Can you tell me where you're watching from? Canary, hi. How are you? I did now. Thank you. Thank you. This is for you. Thank you for liking and thank you for subscribing. God bless you. So can I know where you guys are watching from, guys? Can I know? Let me know the sense in which my life have gone. Morogoro. Where is that? Mohammed, where is that? Canary, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Did you see the message I dropped to you? Valerie says, okay, bro. Alright. Ever blessed travels. Greetings to everyone. Ever blessed travel is saying greetings to everyone. Greetings to you too, Ever blessed travels. Where are you watching from? Please, guys, let me know where you're watching from. I'd like to know the countries that you're watching from. Nobody's telling me. Which country are you watching from? Canary, what's going on with you? I dropped a message to you, I think like 2 days now. I've not heard nothing. What's going on? Are you that busy? Mohammed Ladi says, hi, Jamaican man. My friend, what's up? What a kwan. What a kwan. Is it what a kwan? What a kwan. My Jamaican man, what a kwan. Canary saying, okay. Okay to what? My cat, ooh, wakwan. Okay, wakwan. So it says, my cat died. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry. What was the name of your cat? Valerie. Barber says, your hair is beautiful. Thank you. Actually, I use this to curl my hair. I don't know if you guys know this. They call it curling sponge. So this is what I use to like roll it into this spike you saying. Just I do everything at home. Thank you so much. Ever blessed says Ever blessed travel is supporting from Jamaica. Thank you. I hope for you, Ever This is a hope for you. Thank you so much. Benj. Where is that? Is that a city? I don't know that is Valerie. Okay, oh, the name of your cat I asked. Okay, the name of your cat was Benj. What would I say? May your cat rest in peace. May your cat rest in peace. Thank you guys for the like. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Canary, can you just go back to your Instagram and then try to work on that stuff I just dropped? Is it possible I get it today? Canary, is it possible that I get the feedback today? Mohamed says, which country are you in? All right, I'm in Nigeria. I don't know about Nigeria, but you should hear about Nigeria because Nigerian music, like true music, Nigeria has been a global. Who is this one? Says I donated $100. Please, I'm not asking for donations. Thank you anyway for your kind gesture anyway. Everbless says, Everbless Travel YouTube channel is fully active here. Alright guys, so we have a new person here. Everbless Travel says he has activated his YouTube channel. So please make sure you subscribe to his channel or channel, I don't know. Valerie, stop playing. Same your cat and your dog. Come on, your cat and your bird. Was it a parrot? I hope you're not joking. You're not playing with me. Canary says today is a bit tight. Haven't had a chance to review it, but weekend is coming up, so hopefully then. Okay, no problem. I'll give it all the time you need, but before Monday, I should get the feedback before Monday because I need to post it. Thank you, Canary. My host, I just subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ever bless. Are you sure you've not been here before? Ever bless. I hope you've not. I hope you haven't, because if you've been here before and then you subscribed and then now you go back to like subscribe, click again, it's going to unsubscribe. But I hope you haven't been here before and then. But it's okay. Thank you so much. This is for you, my friend from Jamaica. Are you the guy that told me once that you are into bakery, like you do bakery business? Ever blessed. Okay, Valerie says she's not lying. She's not lying. Okay, it's okay. I'm sorry, what happened? Is it poison? Can you tell me the story about how your bird and your cat got killed or died? What happened? Were they poisoned? Or they strayed? Whew. So, I saw a couple of things on, cat got run over. Okay, oh my god. Sorry. So sorry to hear that or to know that. So sorry. Which country are you watching from, Valerie? Which planets? Which of the planets are you watching from? Which of the planets are you watching from? Jamaican man says, friend, I like you hairstyle. I'm the one that owned the bakery. Okay, all right. You're welcome again. You're so welcome. So how is the business going? Were you able to make sales that day? Abdullah Abdullah Sip 6003 says Jesus is not God. He is the messenger of Allah. I'm not a religious person, and I'm not gonna talk about religion, and I'm not gonna let you shove words into my mouth right now because you're trying to bring call it religious kind of conflict right now. You know I'm a Christian and you're Muslim. You're trying to bring a conflict between us right now. I'm not gonna talk to you. Abdul. Um Ever blessers, know my host. First time here. Alright. I'm so happy to and glad to have you. Ever blessed. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Um, Valerie God. Canary says, "Ever blessed the Mandeville lady is so gorgeous." Oh, okay. Valerie Godwin says England. Okay, good. Wow. So good to have you, Valerie. Anyways. Jamaican man says business is up, up. Of course, it's going to go up, up. Like expect so much profit. Like expect so much profit like never before. I think the other day I prayed for you when you're about leaving. I said you're going to experience increase instead of decrease. So believe, and it's gonna come to you. You good? All right. Thank you so much, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is Prostoryline, and my name is Progress. I'm a YouTuber from Nigeria. Currently, I'm not in Nigeria, Abuja. That's the capital of Nigeria, to be precise. A couple of things happened during the week internationally, but let me start with Nigeria first, guys. My country, there's this thing called AFCON. It's an intercontinental football competition among African countries. My country was able to scale through to the what they call semi-finals, but but our boys tried anyways. They played the first half, they played the second half, 0-0-0. They played against Morocco. At the end of the day, it resulted in a penalty shoot or kicks, and we lost it. We lost. I think that's the third time, the second time. Last, I can remember 2 years back, we lost it. This year again, we lost. Going to the finals. I don't know. We tried anyways. We tried. We tried anyways. So after the match, some people, some Nigerians, because one thing about Nigeria is that we have so many differences, religious differences, tribal differences. Like we're so disunited when it comes to those factors, religion and tribes. But the only thing that unites us in this country is football. And when it happens like that, I didn't watch the first half. I tried watching. I'm not really a football person, but I tried to, like, let me watch so that when I come out give some analysis. But I couldn't just say, so let me leave. Well, later on during the penalty kick, news had it that it was one of the guy from Igbo land that kicked and lost. And as a matter of fact, people didn't see it from the angle of, oh, we lost, like a team thing. They tried to tribalize the whole thing, which is not okay. I understand football is something we also, so it's so endear to our hearts in Nigeria, but I don't think we should make it bring division. We shouldn't tribalize it. We should not bring tribalism into football. The fact that a player from Nigeria that is playing the national team is from Igbo or Yoruba or Hausa, probably lost a game. He was supposed to score, he didn't score well, shouldn't make anybody try to divide that person based on where he's from, or try to lash the person because he's from a particular area. All of us are one in Nigeria. All of us are one in Nigeria. And what happened, all the tweets were those negative tweets towards Samuel, is it Chikwueze or whatever, is not okay. We should stop that. We should stop that. We shouldn't continue dividing Nigeria. Football is the only thing that divides us, and that unites us. If we start bringing tribalism into football, that means Nigeria is finished. There's nothing that can unite us anymore. So I think all the tweets, those bad tweets, are not good. If you happen to watch, I've been opportune twice to watch an international football tournament. I think Nigeria with Brazil back in New York. That was some years back, like almost a decade or so. It's not easy. Like, you be watching on the screen, you're like, it's not kicking well, it's not kicking well. It's not easy to kick football. It's not easy to pass the ball. It's not easy to score a goal. So people that keep lashing, you're being put in that place to face people, like play in the midst of thousands of people. You be cold. People be shouting at you, screaming, booing you. You be cold. Like you be tense. You can be fumbling. So we should always give credit to our boys. They did so well. It wasn't just their day. It wasn't their day. And another thing is, it's just a game. There must be a winner, whether you like it or not. Somebody has to win. A team has to win, and there must be a loser. So if you go into a competition and then you lose, that means it wasn't your day. Go back and do better. You shouldn't lash at whoever the Igbo guys that didn't do very well, according to you guys, according to some Nigerians, because most of people here are not from Nigeria. We shouldn't lash at them simply because they are from Igbo and they didn't score a goal or do what they're supposed to do, guys. All right, that's just it. Jamaican man says, friend, I noticed that you have a pair of dreamy eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. What does that mean? Love Jamaica though. Go from time to time. All right, Canary says he goes to Jamaica. Who is this? We have someone. Simon Martinez Marcano. Hola, amiga, como estas? Saludos. Hey, yeah, I just spoke Spanish. Did I pronounce those words well, guys? Did I pronounce them well? Hola, amiga, como estas? Saludos. Saludos. He's greeting me. Hi, Simon. You're welcome to the channel. All right, this next thing that happened in the course of the week is what is going on in Iran. We saw thousands and thousands of body bags on the streets of Iran due to the protests, people that were killed during the protests. My little knowledge about what's going on in Iran is that Iran used to be a very liberal country, a very, call it, secular kind of country. Not until the Islamic leadership of, is it what's his name again? Somebody should help me. Canary, you're there. You should help me. Came into power and then introduced, call it, a kind of ruling that is religious based on Islamic doctrine. In that, if you're a Muslim, you should know that women don't go like that without covering their body very well. So they introduced this kind of, they overthrew the liberal government at the time, and then came into power, introduced religion into government, and ever since it's been like that. People don't really have the freedom like they should. So at some point, these people that have been governed for over how many years now started revolting in terms of protest. Okay, went to the street back. And you know what, protest, when it comes to that point, when somebody's in prison and he wants to revolt, he's ready to die. So as a result, there's some form of unrest in the country, and authorities have like stepped in to like subdue it. In the course of it, some people have lost their lives, and in a very, call it, huge number. So I don't know, like, I don't know, what to say, guys. I think if the people are like tired of the way you are governing them, why can't you listen to them? Why can't you listen to them? Why can't you listen to them? If you're a ruler and your people are telling you, oh, I don't like your style of leadership, we want to do this, we want to do that, why can't you listen to them? Why can't you listen to them? Shama Edward says, it's something about African women that does something to me. Oh, come on now, guy. Pra Prana says, "Hey, my lovely, cute sister. Lots of love from India. Keep going. And one more thing. I love black people because black is a symbol of classic. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love Indians too. I love you guys too. I know you have black Indians over there." Canary says, "Canary, you're not contributing to what do you think is going on in Iran? I want you to talk about Iran. Come on now." Aaron saying says hi. Hi Aaron. Aaron, where you watching from? I'm seeing you for the first time. Please make sure you subscribe, guys. Like, subscribe, and like this live. Tap on your screen to like. Subscribe to the channel. We talk about so many things here, things that are happening around us, social issues, um, political, anything as far as it affects humanity. We talk about them. So, oh, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Hop, for you. Thank you so much for the like and the subscription. Please, Aaron, where are you watching from? Can I know where you're watching from? Aaron says, "Keep on the great work." Thank you so much, Aaron. Which part of the world are you watching from, Aaron? The Philippines. Whoa, 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 whoa. So what's the state? The last time I heard a news about the Philippines, I heard that you guys had this environmental disaster that occurred. What is it called? It's called a natural disaster. Tsunami kind of, like there was flood everywhere. Tsunami. I don't know what you call hurricane stuff. Hurricane, is it Hurricane Maria? Hurricane what? They always naming. One question, guys. Why they always naming hurricanes after women, like the names of women? Why are they always naming hurricane or tsunami or all those terrible natural disasters are women after women's name? Why? Yeah, it happened, but now there's a volcano just erupted. Oh my God! In the same place. So, oh wow, wow. I hope because I know if this thing erupts, what is it called? A volcano is like a rock thing erupts. What is it called? I've forgotten. Geography students help me. Call it the dust, the fiery dust that comes out causes a little lava. Thank you. When it comes out, thank you, Canary. That's why I always want you around. When it comes out, it causes a whole lot of problem again. It could lead to uh, like diseases because it's going to spread all over. The dust of it is going to spread all over, and if people inhaling it might cause some diseases. So how is the whole situation, Aaron? How is the whole situation? Auntie Loni says, "Yo, Are you from Niger? Wow, which part of Niger are you from? Good to have you. Please subscribe to the channel. Which part of Niger are you watching from? Is it Niamey? Niamey. That's the capital of Niger. Ntloni. Which part of Niger are you watching from? Niami, right? Oh, so good to have you, my brother. Please subscribe to the channel. So what's going on in Niger? I hope what Nigeria is facing is not affecting you guys. Like, I mean, terrorism stuff is affecting you guys because we share the same boundary. Trooping from that side, or when they chase them over here, they run in the country. Wow. Aaron Simpson says, in the Philippines, there's actually 100 plus languages. So that means people have different they don't have like a unified kind of culture. You probably have like different cultures in the Philippines. That's amazing. That's great to learn. Thank you so much for that information. I needed it. Thank you. I'm a comeback. All right, Aaron. Take your time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for the subscription. Somebody said something here. Canary, there was a democratically elected president of Iran that was overthrown by the CIA, okay? CIA of which country? And the Shah was installed. Then the people revolted and brought in the religious regime. Who was the Shah? Is it another? I don't know. Who is Shah? Kadari. Kadari is Shah. I don't know anything. Like I don't know the history of Iran. I'm not done with Nigerian history and some other people's history, so I don't really know much about Iran that much, and I'd love to be educated on it. So if you don't mind, Canary, please. Canary, you have the floor. I'm listening to you. Like I'm paying my attention to you right now. But I just feel Nigerians have more than 200. As a matter of, yeah, more than 200. Yes, we have more than 200 languages in Nigeria. But the major ones are just three. Major languages in Nigeria is three, and from three major tribes: the Hausa, the Yoruba, and the Igbo. All right. So those are the major. If you come to Nigeria, the major languages you hear is Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo. And then we have these Pidgin English, broken English. Everybody speaks that. Um, Kari says the Shah of Iran was the previous government before the religious revolution. Okay. Abyssinia says I don't know much about history. I don't care much about biology, but you're a good toaster anyway. Abyssinia, Sinaya, you're a good toaster. You know what a toaster is? A man that knows how to woo a girl very well is a toaster. That we call it like in pidgin English. We call them toaster. So that was a nice line. Thank you so much. Thank you for loving me. I love you back. Um. By the way, the tribes was fabricated by colonizers. Sea lines. Canary. This is all I go through every day. Jesus loves you. Thank you, Stephen Oluwa Pelumi. Hi, Steve. Good to have you. Please subscribe to the channel. Which part of the world are you watching from, Stephen? Oh, it's a song. Abby Sinaya says it's a song. Abby, you're very funny. You know that. You're very funny. You always come with lines to trip me. But I'm not tripping anyway. You need to like put more effort, more words out of my head so that I can, trip. Steven says Nigeria. Oh, Steven, you're my brother. I'm from Nigeria as well. And I'm streaming from Nigeria. Good to have you. So what's going on, Steve? See, what's your take on what's going on in Iran? You know what's going on in Iran. Have you heard what's going on in Iran? So many people, the protesters have been killed. So many things have been going on. So many body bags. And that's not supposed to happen. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Leaders should learn. Leaders of this world should learn. If you're a leader, if you're leading your constituents or you're calling your local governments, you're the state governor, you're the president, you should be able to learn. You should be able to imbibe the spirit, the skill of listening. Because if you make policies and the policies are not going well with your citizenry, your subjects, the people you're leading, they will revolt. is going to harm them, and then when it's too much on them, they will start revolting in form of protest or voicing their giving their voices out. You should be able to listen. That makes you pay deaf ears to whatever they have to say. You're terrible. You're terrible. And I don't understand why, when these people wants to go, I don't know how about Iran, if they do election or something, or whether the government is like a monarchy kind of thing. Though it's is it theocracy? Theocratical. Is that English right, Canary? English is tough, guys. Is that English right? I see the link. Okay. But I understand, even though the government, I don't know if they do election in Iran, but I think the government at some point should. Look at Saudi Arabia. Theocratical. Look at Saudi Arabia. Most of the, like, Saudi is even where, most Muslims go for pilgrim. All right? They embark on pilgrimages there in Saudi Arabia. But you see, they relax most of those authoritarian, those kind of, tightening rules. They relax them. Like before, women in Saudi Arabia were not supposed to. All right? We're not supposed to drive cars. As a matter of fact, you're not supposed to do certain things. But no, all those tight, prisonable, is it prisonable, is it right? Is it a good English? Like those ones that makes you like, they've robbed you of your freedom as a human being, as a woman, have been relaxed. Why can't other countries follow suit? Why can't they, or other Islamic nations follow suit? Seriously, it doesn't make sense. The killing is senseless. Canary says Saudi is a kingdom. Okay, I know the kingdom of Saudi. I know. MBS is trying to remake the country. What is MBS, Canary? What is MBS? But it's only minor changes. Even if it's minor, you understand? Like, do you know what it means for, let me say, a prisoner that have been put in solitude? So is it solitude confinement, or confinement that have been confined to a particular place for a long time, so maybe like a year? Do you know what it means for you to even allow that prisoner to like come out and then receive fresh air for just a day? It's a lot of like, that's freedom. That's freedom. You may not really relax all the rules because it's going to be against your religion, but I still feel the ones that you, because most of these you know most of the Islamic, most of the things said that are happening, the rules that are happening, like when it comes to women. I want to talk about women that are, I'm not a Muslim anyway, but I'll just say one or two, because I actually attended a seminar that was last year in August, and I asked a question. One of the teachers there, the facilitator, he was a Muslim lawyer. He came and I asked him, sir, you say your religion, respects, because everything was based on gender violence, which, the topic was using religion to combat gender-based violence. But when it comes to gender-based violence, I know there are violence against men and women, but this one we really centered on violence against women. So I asked him, sir, as you've told us this and that, the Quran, says you should respect women, Muslims should respect women, they should treat women very okay, you don't have to fight or you don't have to do this. But why is it that in countries like Afghanistan, in countries like Iran, in countries like, women don't have their freedom? He made a great point. He answered me by saying that most of the rules, like, people read the Bible and have different understanding on a particular verse or a particular chapter. It's the same thing in some people reading the Holy Quran. For instance, I say discipline your wife. Disciplining your wife doesn't mean you should hit your wife. Disciplining your wife, it could be, oh, you are not doing well, like talking to her, but in a respectable manner. Madam, you're not doing well in this house and you need to change. You don't have to touch her. So I think most of the things that is happening, according to him, he said most of the those kind of draconian enslaving rules that have really tied down women are subject to the cultural practice of those environments, and I buy that. Culture most times don't favor women; it favors only the men. So I buy what is sold to me. I bought that answer. So most of the things that is happening in Iran, and it's just a little bit cosplay religion. Um, Sinai says Saudi Arabia is more strict in Saudi Arabia is much more strict in Saudi than Iran. Saudi is worse. But did you notice, guys? Last year December, Cardi B. You know Cardi B now. Cardi B was in Saudi Arabia. I think Arabia of the other, call it 10 years ago, wouldn't let somebody like Cardi B to come and then perform. You know who Cardi B is? She's always butt naked. She's always, she doesn't even give a damn about what you think. She's always, I like her character though. Somebody like her doesn't really have um, space to keep malice or to hold some grudges. I like her. But you know how she dresses? If it was Saudi Arabia of 10 years ago, they wouldn't allow Cardi B to come and hold a concert. No. So Saudi, I don't think Saudi is worse. I don't think Saudi is worse. MBS is the guy in charge. Okay. Abyssinia says, can you see my text? No, apart from the ones that I've read. Apart from the ones that I've read. When it's like this, Sinaya, it's you are deciding it, not me. I can't see it. Canary says, I see the one on Saudi at Abby. Okay. Abby says, thanks. All right. Maze. Oh, I'll just call you Maze. Say, I love you, Mama. Love you too. Thank you. Abysanaya says, Iran has elections. Saudi doesn't, but US doesn't bother Saudi because they do as told. So are you trying to say Saudi Arabia is like a puppet, like you can push it, remote control it anyhow? Abysanaya, is that what you're saying? Canary says US lost control of Iran when the Shah fell. Okay. Okay. They pay a lot of celebrities to come to Saudi for social media. But it depends. When you talk about celebrity, we still have different kind of, when I want to come from the religion or religious perspective, Saudi is a very religious country, just like Iran. But when it comes to a celebrity or inviting celebrity and paying them to come, it should be somebody that it's, I don't know, somebody that dresses well, that is, I don't you understand. Cardi B used to be a stripper, not somebody like Cardi, not somebody like Cardi B. But it might just be, that's her own destiny to be there. Not that I'm trying to rubbish Cardi, but I'm trying to say, like, with the kind of lifestyle, the kind of songs Cardi sings, Saudi Arabia being a very religious country, I don't see, if at all, Saudi wasn't relaxing those prisoning rules, especially against women. I don't see why they wouldn't have stopped Cardi B from coming to perform in their country. So I think Saudi Arabia have relaxed. Women are now driving cars. Women can now, I think they can go out without being, most I have like been in call it Muslim dominated area in Nigeria via because of my job. I noticed one thing. If you go to the local markets, most people you see in the market are men. A woman is supposed to go shop, isn't it? But most people that you see in the market are men. I've been to a local market in Maiduguri. That was 2 years ago. And it was all men. You don't see women. that area is solely Islamic. Like everybody is a Muslim, and it's the stronghold of Boko Haram. You know, terrorist people. Purely men. They don't allow their women to do anything. Women are like classified to be home managers. You're classified to be at home, while the men go out and then look for whatever you have to like feed and then bring it to you at home. You're not supposed to be seen outside. So I think it's the same thing in Saudi, but now it's not like that. It's not like that anymore. Abby says Cardi B is your measuring stick, not the rules on the citizens. Well, I'm just trying to I'm trying to say that Saudi is not as difficult as it used to be. Like it's not as strict as it used to be. It's not as strict as it used to be. Jamaican friend says, friend, it's 6:42 a.m. in Jamaica now. I'm going to have some sleep now. I have been up from last. Okay, that's fine. Jamaican man, have a good sleep. Have a good sleep. Canary says, okay, Jamaican man, enjoy your rest. All right. Oh, that's sweet from you. Cardi B is from New York, former stripper. I know, from the Bronx. Cardi B concert in a stadium doesn't mean she is accepted on the street as she is. But can you still get my perspective, like where I'm coming from, Happy? Can you still get where I'm coming from? I'm trying to tell you, like, okay, for instance, let me tell you one thing. Not in Nigeria, there are some places, you know, those core Muslim areas that you can't wear as a lady a bomb shot. You know what they call bomb shots? Like a very short kind of mini shorts, and then probably open you. You see how I am now, like dressed like this. They can still might put scissors and then cut it off. There are places like that. They like, or they will look at you or even stone you. There are places like that. So for somebody that have been, you know, have such a history like Cardi B, to come and then they like open the gates of the country to her to come in and then do her job and then go back. That's freedom. Like that's like, oh, we've changed. There's a slight change in our policies, in our governance, and it makes a lot of sense to me, guys. Karen said women can drive cars. Is that a flex? Canary, do you know what freedom is? Do you know what true freedom is? It's a flex. It's a flex. Do you know what it means for you to, for in places that are you're so restrained that you can't go out without a man? Maybe you're like 30 years old, you can't go out. A man that is like 2 years old is more valuable than you that is a woman of 30 years old. Do you know what that means? And then before for you to go out, you have to maybe take that 2 year old to like be somebody that is taking you out, like accompany you before you can go out. Do you know what that means for you to that kind of rules to be broken? Now you can go by yourself. You can go out by yourself. You can drive your car. Do you know what that means? That's freedom, Canary. That's freedom. That's a yoke broken. That's a bondage destroyed. Come on now. Women still have rights. Big restrictions for driving only allow certain times and places. But it's still, man, it's still something, guys. Abby, it's still something. I still see it as freedom. Like maybe over time it's going to be total freedom, but they one step at a time thing is what is happening. Abby says, Cardi B perform for tourists and few Saudis, not for the country. But her presence captured, call it the media attention of that country. Her presence captured. As a matter of fact, Cardi B is always like a comedian. She's always very funny. She said, "Mashallah, mashallah, mashallah." That thing was trending. Salam alaikum, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. That thing was trending on TikTok. All the young people in Saudi, it was trending. I can remember one lady, one Saudi lady that came out, and then she was like, Muslim lady, she was like, yes, because Cardi B is an American, somebody from outside came and then did that thing. People in Saudi doesn't see anything wrong with it. They don't see anything. They don't see that as a blasphemy or something, because it's an outsider and somebody from America came and did it. But it's like she started referring to people that have make jokes, minor kind of jokes with, and these people paid for it in Saudi Arabia. So Cardi B really captured the media attention in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I agree with you. Not every Saudi wait for that show, but she captured the attention of, or the media attention of Saudi Arabia. Canary, every other country women could drive 50 years ago. Come on now, Canary, don't be like that. Canary, this Kumi child. Hi, Kumi. Hi, you welcome. You're welcome. Where are you watching from, Kumi? Canary says, my great grandmother drove cars in the States. Not sure. I brag that today a woman is not allowed to drive. Isn't that a backward society? Oh, that means I'm very backward, because the last time I tried, I learned, that was like 10 years ago, to drive. I almost killed myself, so I stopped. I don't want to drive. I don't think I will ever drive. I don't know if I will drive. Abby says, meanwhile, Iranian women have been driving for ages, so it's democracy. Everybody needs freedom. If democracy equates freedom in every aspect of someone's life as a human being, then everybody needs freedom. Everybody. Supreme 215 says, look at that beautiful brown skin. Oh, thank you, Supreme. Where are you watching from? Please like the live and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Oh, they chop hands and head in public. But Iran is the issue. I think it's the same thing. I know of one of the protesters that is going to be beheaded. That was, he's been trending on social media, on Instagram, that he's going to be beheaded. He's going to be beheaded. He's saying he's going to be cut off for protesting against governance or the government of Iran. And as a matter of fact, he died because he protested against government. He protested against God, like he's an enemy of God, Allah. So I think it's the same thing now. Come on. Sanaya is the same thing. It's the same thing. Supreme, which country are you watching from? Where are you watching from? And what is your take or your contribution to what is going on in Iran? Do you think the people deserve what's going on, all the suppression, all the lack of freedom that is going on in that country? Young girls getting, I can remember I think September, somebody came in, was it Iran? Afghanistan guy. Afghanistani came on my life, was like, that is so sorry for the girls in Afghanistan. And I asked why is he sorry for young girls in Afghanistan? He told me that girls get married, because they force them into early marriage. And I asked him at what age. He said between the age of 10 and 13. They force them into getting married. And before, call it 15, they're already pregnant with their first babies. It really felt so bad. And it's the fortunate or unfortunate thing was that this guy was a Muslim. And I put myself in his shoe and I was like, wow. So we good people, good people. I think this thing boils down, being overly religious boils down to being inexposed. If you're exposed, there are certain things that you find, religiously right, but humanly, your reasoning, your exposure, level of exposure and knowledge, you see that this is bullshit. It's not supposed to. It ought not to happen. So when that man said that, I felt so, oh my God. And I was so glad that a man from Afghanistan sees everything wrong with child marriage. I was so, so glad. Abby says, I'm chopped off for stealing is okay in 2026. No. I think that's like, I don't know. I hear they want to, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if I heard that well. This Sharia law thing, the like, most Islamic regions is being governed by law called the Sharia law, and it's like the Islamic laws. So if you steal, the consequences, one of it is just maybe chop off your hand, or I don't know. I'm not really Muslim, guys, so I don't know, but I think that's one of the consequences. But I think if you can't face the cause, if you can't face the music, if you can't face or do the time like they say, why commit the crime? Stay away from crime. Stay away from crime. Stay away from crime. Especially if you find yourself in such regions, you should stay away from crime. Don't go commit things that will destroy you or things that will make you be amputed. Don't do that. It's not okay to steal, and it's equally not okay to rob someone, or for somebody's arm to be chopped in 2026. Abby, I hope I answered your question. It's not okay to steal, and steal is not okay for somebody's arm to be chopped simply because, or chopped off because he stole. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you. What else should I talk about? I know most of you won't know this person I want to talk about, but let me just slide that. Canary knows about her. Canary, this lady came out again. Doris Okala versus Pastor Chris's case. The case was in the police station. Daron Evelyn says who? Daron is it's like the local happening here in Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, Daron. Which part of the world are you watching from, Daron? Thank you for the love. Daron, which part of the world? To the channel and like the live. I think I should just slide that talks and talk about something universal so that people would know what's going on. Okay, let me talk about this one. There's this is he a streamer or a comedian from America called Drewski that this Chris Brown stuff. Chris Brown Chris always whenever he performs this kind of flying on over the crowd or over the audience thing. So there's a part that did that in America while preaching, and thank you. Thank you. Please subscribe. I'm seeing you for the first time. Which city, meanwhile, from America are you watching from? Or in America are you watching from? Thank you. So this guy, what is it called? Drewski. People from America should know him. Mimic the pastor. Well, I don't know whether what it was in church or what. That was a concert, but mimic the pastor, showing that kind of lifestyle on while doing as he was preaching. Some people are like not okay with that. They're like, oh, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. Who is this? Drewski. There's this guy called Drewski. He came to Nigeria, I think last year or before last. I think he's a streamer, comedian. Comedian, yes, 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 yes. So he actually did something recently. He performed recently. I don't know if that was church. But if there's a pastor in Mimi, there's this pastor, I don't know if you've been seeing Chris Brown concert when he flies on this thing over the crowd, something like, yes, Drewski, yeah, Drewski, yes. So a pastor mimics, I don't know if the pastor start, his own floating over the congregants and was preaching. So Drewski, what he wanted to do is comedy, did the same, he made that pastor. Yes, third world country finally got internet and we're richer than your developed countries. How about that? So when Drewski like mimics, everybody's like, oh, he shouldn't have. Some people are like condemning him, why would he do that? Why would you? But, let's about it. The things the so-called men of God are doing these days is, I wonder if Jesus had done this, well, like Jesus wouldn't have resurrected from the evil. I'm serious, because if Jesus had gone extra, get carried away by what is happening with the fame, because he was famous. Jesus was famous. If you agree, if you don't agree, fine. Jesus was famous. Jesus was, the talk of the town. Jesus was, and he had every privilege, he had every opportunity to rebel against the Father. But look at Satan now, because he sat on probably in the same table with God to eat. He started misbehaving and he was thrown out. So the kind of things pastors do these days are very sad. Very sad. All in the name of preaching, all in the name of being a man of God is very sad. It's very sad. If you're a pastor, like the Bible says, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. You can believe, some people misunderstand that. Let me, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Don't do as unbelievers do. And there's no way you live in this world as a pastor, as a Christian, all right, that you will not come in contact with unbelievers, people that don't believe what you believe in, people that don't believe in your faith. What are you supposed to do? Don't be unequally yoked means don't be like them. But pastors are introducing so much false teachings, false doctrine, prosperity gospel, and they've forgotten about the real thing. They forgot. It's like they like, I always say that their rewards, if some of them have gotten their rewards in on this earth, those ones that owns private jets, those ones that have all these luxury cars, God have already rewarded them. They will not see the gates of heaven. They will not. They've gotten their rewards. They've gotten all they wanted, and so heaven is not for everybody. Okay, this just time for bus says third world countries finally. Yes, we now we're now even streaming, guy. Time for bus, foolish man. The pastor flying in. Yeah. Darren said he was make fun of white pastors, but it didn't go well for him. But the pastors that did that, the pastor that floated, the pastor that flew was a black pastor. It wasn't a white pastor. It wasn't a white pastor. It wasn't a white pastor. It was a black pastor. I saw the preaching. It wasn't a white pastor. It was funny to you, right? It's funny, like, come on now. What? You can't. Do you know the pastor that I like in America and the whole of America? It gives me that old religion vibe. is, what's his name again? Gino Jennings. That's the only pastor I love so much. He gives this old religion. I guess other pastors, I understand time, eras have changed, but that doesn't mean you should be carried away by what, like, be too worldly. I can remember one time a pastor was playing a worldly secular music, a rap music in the church. Members, I did that in my other channel, and members will dance to it. A pastor that's supposed to lead, who are you leading? You like a shaper, you're leading people. You're not supposed to, if you lead them astray, you make them believe, okay, this is the right thing to do. Definitely you're leading souls astray. You're leading souls astray, and it's not supposed to be like that. Remember, pastors are like authorities, they're like voices, they're like figures that are being respected in the societies. You should be a good example. Stop leading people astray. Stop leading people that God has handed over to you astray with you, the way you think, with the way. I remember a pastor in Nigeria once said that Jesus never associated with the poor, and the media took it, analyzed, people talked about it, talked about it. He came back the following Sunday and still repeated, like, validate that, in his own opinion, that Jesus never associated with the poor. Jesus never had anything. Jesus didn't associate. And he's one of those classy, flashy kind of pastors. And people are sitting in thousands listening to the nonsense he has to spew from his mouth. And they believe the same thing. They believe, okay, that's the truth. Jesus. So, oh shit. What's going to happen to the poor people amongst us? We should neglect them, Abby. We should forget about them, Abby. We shouldn't associate with the poor simply because our religion, I'll call it a religious figure, the person we look up to, never associated with the poor while he was on earth, according to you. According to the way you understand your reading of the Bible, Jesus never associated with the poor. We, the congregants, we, the Christians, shouldn't see a poor person and then try to be of help to them or relate with them. Is that what you're telling us? It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. Duran says, I understand why people are mad. He's not a Christian. Oh, really? What is his religion? Is he an atheist or where is he? Where, I don't know. What kind of religion? Is he an unbeliever or something? Are colonial and foreign religions good for Africans? I will say yes, and I'll say no, Kadari. I'll say yes, and I'll say no. Yes, yes, because our colonial and foreign religion. Yes, like for instance, when it comes to Chris, I'll talk from the perspective of being a Christian. Yes, it's good. For instance, I told you there's a time we did a live stream and I talked about somebody that stopped the killing of twins in Nigeria, in the person of late Mary Slessor from Scotland. She was a Christian missionary that comes to Nigeria and then in where I'm from, Akwa Ibom, and stopped the killing of twins. Before this time, before the coming of Mary Slessor and the Christian missionary in that region of Itu, is still in existence today. Itu, in Akwa Ibom State, where I'm from. When twin babies were born, okay, culturally they were seen as evil children. Evil children. As a matter of fact, the woman delivers twins, those children to the evil forest and abandon them there to die. So they will cry and die, like maybe animal come and then eat them up. That was the culture, African culture. When this lady came and other missionaries, they started teaching, oh no, this thing is very wrong. what we did was wrong. Killing of twin is not a good thing. As a matter of fact, it's a sin against God. Started changing that mentality. Started, wiping away that kind of make believe, that kind of belief system, that kind of culture. So I would say yes, colonial and foreign religion is a good, somehow is good for Africans. No, let me answer the aspect of no. In that aspect, like it helped, find like erase some barbaric cultural practices among Africans, among African societies. Like there were some African societies that they used to do sacrifice. I know you won't believe this. You won't believe this, Canary. You don't believe that they in Africa. I talked about a slave trade the other time, and I said something that before the slave trade really thrived in Africa because when the European came, or those slave buyers came, there already existed a system of slavery in Africa. There already existed a system of slavery in Africa. Like in the old Oyo Empire, there was this thing called like if a king dies, a king is like a ruler, like very king, he's being respected. If he dies, back in the day, as he's going, they have to like look for probably virgins and then probably bury them alive as they bury the king. They believe this, that they're going to accompany the king in the journey to the afterlife. Are you getting it? So there are some cultural practices in Africa that wasn't okay. They were very barbaric. They were very damning to the African people. So these Europeans that came and came with their religion, which is Christianity, came and then you know helped Africans to do away with such practices, cultural practices. And they know, I wanted to say no, the foreign religion, the way the current generation of pastors are going, they're making it look, they're making the religion look somehow not too good for Africans, because some of them use it as they use their platform of preaching to extort money from people. They will tell you you must pay tithes. If you don't pay tithes, you're robbing God. You're not supposed to coerce someone, make somebody afraid, make somebody feel like guilty for not giving, even when he doesn't want to give. You're not supposed to do that. So I would say that in that aspect, the foreign religion is not good for Africans. I don't know if I answered your question, Canary. Time that says was time that says, please don't let the mess that happens to you. Okay. Oh, it's okay. They're on. Let Jesus be his judge. Okay. Rough out there. Hey, Bumbleclad, Sound Man. Alpha, what's up? What's up? What a Kwan. What a Kwan. How do I say that? He's a Jamaican guy. Deron says people are mad at him. He also it's okay. Canary, that's a deep sigh. That was complete lies, Mary. Canary, you don't believe anything I tell you about. Do you know that there's one of the twin that was rescued in the time of Mary Celeste? I don't know if she's still alive, but I think I have seen her video. I think she's an old lady now. One of the twins still alive till today, but I don't know now. Maybe like 10 years ago, she was still alive. One of the twins rescued by Mary Celeste. So as a matter of fact, Mary Celeste never had a child because of the rescuing of twins. She adopted these twins, and they became her children. So one of them survived even till maybe like 10 years ago. I think I've seen a video. She's still living in it too, if I thought she's still alive, and she has descendants. Come on now, Canary, it's not a lie. There's no shred of credible evidence of such a thing. But I just told you about one now. One of the surviving twins of Mary Slessor is still alive. I need to contact, somebody from there to find out if she's still alive. And I wish I've traveled. I would have wanted to see her, like maybe do a little um, um, interview with her and then post it so that you guys can see. But for now, it's not on my budget. I don't have so much money like right now. It wasn't a propaganda. It was real. Not not one shred of credible evidence to support that. Miss, come on, not lie. It's not a lie. Canary is not a lie. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. I'm from Akwa Ibom. I have a cousin that finished from Mary Slessor's, no, they call it Mary Slessor nursery and primary school out there, and so I guess maybe she's even online, so watching me. So it's not a propaganda. It's something that happened. It's something real. I've seen a picture of the survivor, call it the surviving twin that Mary Slessor rescued. So it's no lie or propaganda. So I hope I answered your question. Whew. Apart from the disputed Mary Slessor propaganda, is there any other benefits of colonial or foreign religion? Other benefits? Oh well, other benefits. Okay, I'll speak. I'll speak from my own place as a Christian. Um, Christian religion have made me, my belief in God, or Jehovah and the Holy Spirit have made me have this peace, peace. I have so much peace, guys. Peace of mind is overloaded in my life. Like, I have so much peace. So I think that's one of the benefits for me. I don't know about some other person. It has helped me, like, guide my conscience when I'm dealing with things or when I'm dealing with people. I'm always like having this consciousness somebody's watching me. Whatever I'm doing, like if I want to do bad, I'll have this judgmental kind of thing that is happening in my inside of me. Why did you do it? You're not supposed to do it. Go do it this way. So I guess that's God speaking to me. I guess that's God speaking to me. So that's one of the benefits of being a Christian, of believing in the foreign religion, as you say. Okay, I'm coming again. Let me compare to another religion. I've seen couple of, I don't know about India and the Hindi thing, the Hindu practice they do, but I've seen a couple of I'll call it traditional religion in India. The way they practice, I've seen a situation where a child, a baby, a toddler is being jacked, and then somebody, a very somebody that weighty, fat guy just step on the child doing I call it religious what's it called now? Religious hey, English is hard, guys. There's a word I want to use, like I can't remember the word I want to use. Like, do you like an assignment on the child? Call it a spiritual kind of assignment, that religious, spiritual kind of assignment on the child. But if you want to look at it from the perspective of humanity, you see that it's abusing that child. Like, how do you place a toddler on the ground and then carry your entire weight and match the child on the ground, stomp on the child from head to toe? So if Christianity was like that, I don't think that's peaceful. At the end of the day, you might end up injuring that boy. It was even an Indian that was bringing out that video and then uh, condemning that practice. A whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. Canary says, why not embrace African Christianity propaganda version? And which one is African Christianity? Is it Ethiopian Christianity? Which one is the African Christianity? But when you say why not embrace African Christianity, let me answer that question. Even though I know what African Christianity is, you know, each and every one of us happens to be born into a family, and as a matter of fact, we never had the call it. We don't have the power to choose which family we should be born into. We don't have that, right? So as I am now talking about Christianity, you know, of seeing it as the best of religions. If I were to be born into a Muslim home, I would see Islam as the best of religion, isn't it? Or if I were to be born into maybe a Hindu home, I'll see that as the best. Do you understand? So if I'm not embracing what you call African Christianity, it's simply and the way of and embracing equally, you know, the God that I was introduced to by my parents or by my grandmother. Um, Daron says, why can't save everyone? Why can't save everyone? Daron, I don't understand that your question. Can you put it well? Okay, sorry, not putting word. Can you put it so that I understand? Canary said, isn't colonial religion responsible for the transatlantic slave trade, the worst crime against humanity in recorded history? Was it not after the Atlantic slave trade that religion, you know, the Christianity, the missionaries came, Canary, at least to part of the country that I'm from? I think it was after the transatlantic slave trade that the missionaries came. Canary says, earliest Christianity in Africa, Nazareth, Jerusalem, Egypt, Ethiopia. And I happen to be from Nigeria, so how is that possible? The closest would be Egypt and Ethiopia to me, but they're not even close to West Africa. They're in Eastern Africa, so it's not my fault, Canary. It's not my fault. Had it been I was born in Ethiopia, maybe I would have, like, they celebrated their Christmas Day on the 7th of January, which is that's very authentic to me. That's authentic. That's the real one. It's not the 25th of December. That's the real one. They say on the 1st of September is their New Year's Day. And guys, Ethiopia, if you read your Bible, Ethiopia is being mentioned in the Old Testament. I think maybe in Genesis or so. But Ethiopia is one of the oldest countries on this planet. And they're going to celebrate their New Year's Day on the 1st of September. Their Christmas Day was celebrated on the 7th of January. Currently, they are in 2018. They're like 7 years behind us. We are in 2026, right? They are 7 years or so behind us. Canary says, just because your grandma was enslaved by colonialism doesn't mean you have to continue. Canary, don't say that about my grandma. She wasn't enslaved. Actually, my grandmother, late Mani Eyo Sambo, wasn't it was according to her, I think her dad was like the local elder in the church, Bible church. I understand you, Canary. So I think maybe the early missionaries had contact with them, with the father. The father was like an elder in quite a church. Before you know it, like that, they introduced her into. My grandma was a good person. Like, she was very good. She was very good. And as a matter of fact, I wanted to say that even being a Christian, she still call it observed. I wouldn't say traditional practices of Africa or religious this thing. She didn't do that. she when it comes to calling still imbibing African culture, she still pay attention to African culture. When it comes to like maybe using African herbs to do cure sickness, or introduce to us as the grandchildren if we're sick. Like if you have cough, my grandpa will tell you, go and cut the bark of that tree. Go cut that the back of that. That's a very serious cough. Go and cut the back of that. I forgot the name of that tree. You cut it and then add a little salt and chew. Before you know, you have a relief. So my grandma still marry the African call it culture when it comes to maybe treatments or other things, or she still married it, but in faith, when it comes to faith, she was a Christian. She didn't for instance, and there's another practice. I don't know if it's a little religious practices. Whenever they want to come out, they come out during festive period, like the Christmas period, towards Christmas period, December, November, December. That's the time they come out, the season now. And before they come out, there's always this kind of introduction. They will introduce them to deities of the land. They will conjure, they will do incantation to the deities of the land. I just want to say this: we still respected that as Christians. I remember, there's this practice. If a baby's neck, maybe the baby lay somehow and the neck is paining the child, when that the masquerade comes or passes through your area, they can call the masquerade, give the masquerade money. You drop it on the floor and then tell the masquerade, oh, my baby's neck is not doing very well, it's paining her, it's paining him, please can you do one or two. I don't know, like it's. So there's this still kind of, they didn't let go of completely of the African traditions. All right, they didn't let go of everything. They still, my grandparents still married the same, still, but they really held on to the faith in God. I call it the foreign religion. Um, Clarity says, sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. What I meant is, if you are born into a colonial, it doesn't mean you have to continue. Okay, yeah, you're right. My mama never had, call it educational exposure. She never had that. But I was so glad that she could read. I remember my final time with her, the little time I spent with her in 2020, I taught her to read. And I was so amazed to see somebody that never been to the four walls of a classroom learn to read. She pronounced some of the words very well, English was very well, but she reads the local language very well. All right, so if you talk about this, I'm talking this way, I'm saying something wrong in churches simply because probably I'm enlightened, I'm a little bit exposed. That's why I see when pastors do certain things, I say this one is not of God, because I read my own Bible. Do you understand? But some people don't have that opportunity, don't have those privileges. Like my grandma never had anything white. Everybody likes it at their time. Everything white. Whatever a white man comes and they say, oh, this thing is the right thing. So that's due to not being exposed to the outside. But that's due to not being educated. But I would say my grandma died illiterate, not as an illiterate, because she wrote and she read. Africa has more books, but of us all are trying to get to heaven. Come on now. Everyone wants to make to heaven, and the funniest part is that everyone wants to make it to heaven. Even the preachers at the pulpit, or the pulpit are trying to, they're talking about heaven, but nobody wants to die. Pull out a gun now and say, yeah, let me shoot it so that you go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Isn't that funny? It's very unfortunate. Good people are often manipulated by colonialists and slave traders. It happens. I didn't exist in that sense. I don't know. Remember that room is not a real it's not real Christianity. It was changed to become a state control tool. Okay, I agree with you. I agree. That's why they have the Pope, right? Daron says, yes, slavery was very bad and we are still here. We survived it. Daron, are you a black guy? How have you ever experienced racism in the US? Like, how does it feel like to be discriminated against because you're a black person in your country? How does it feel? It morphed into something else in Germany, then England. Yeah, yeah. Survivors don't have mind control of others. Yeah. Oh, so Deron, I'm asking you, have you experienced being discriminated against? Being discriminated against, like you being discriminated because you are a black person. How does that feel? Have you been? Well, I don't know how to put it, guys. But I think you understand what I mean. Colonial religion from England, from Germany, from Rome. How is that for you? The Roman Catholic thing. I don't know. I can't answer. I don't know how to answer that question really. Yeah. Do you know one thing I realized? There's this. Have you heard about the Black Jesus? There's this book 2 years ago that was released by Russia, and they call it the Black Jesus, something like that. It was trending that time. I think I saw some documentary. I started, watching it, and you know, it wasn't that I knew that Jesus. They've always been. If you go to, when I was young, if you go to African churches, you will always see a calendar thing or picture frame of Jesus being this white, very like white, like a polished kind of white person with blue eyes, with long hair to the shoulder. They depicted Jesus in the picture as if he was a white person. Okay, but when this Russian man Putin now opened this ancient book, and then they introduced it. They said this is the original, the authentic thing. Like, this very book painted a real picture of what Jesus looked like. Jesus was actually a black person. And they called I think the documentary was like the Black Jesus. I can't remember. But something about the Black Jesus. You can check it up, guys. The Black Jesus. So that means these white guys, after the slavery thing, just fine tune everything and started, probably using the Jesus thing to be a white person and really to control. You have a point, to control our minds. You're very right. Canary, come on now. The Africans that when these white people came, most of the Africans they came and met were inexposed. All right, most of them were subjects to anarchies, like kings of the land. And as at that time, you don't disobey the king, all right, and you can't even blame these people. So once the colonialists or the missionaries had their way to the king's hearts, it was easier for them to be controlled, the followers or the people of the land to be controlled, because the word of the king carried weight. Not like now, it carried weight. So if the king makes pronouncement, you have to obey it. So I think the whites knew exactly what they were doing. So I agree with you. I know. King Thomas, hi. You're welcome to the show. Where are you watching from, King? Canary says Germany has nothing to do with Egypt or Nazareth. I know. Oh God. Um, Canary says, so sorry, but the most advanced democracy ever created by humans was found in Africa, specifically Niger. I don't understand. Is it Niger or Nigeria? I don't understand. Explain. Now you have to explain the more. I don't understand. King Thomas says, "What's up? I'm cool." Where are you watching from, King Thomas? Please like the live, like, and subscribe to our channel. Where are you watching from, King Thomas? I think I'm seeing it for the first time. Nigeria, the most advanced democracy. Ah, but now, come on now. Thank you, thank you, King Thomas. Says he subscribed. He said the most advanced democracy ever created by humans was found in Africa, and that is in Nigeria, specifically Nigeria. Since when? Since when? Because I know the characteristics of a democratic government: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of, okay, that's freedom of association, freedom of words, a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. But do we have that? Because I'm a Nigerian, do we have that? Idi Amin once said, freedom of expression is allowed. You can run your mouth all you want, but freedom after expression, I can't see you. So, do you think in Nigeria you can just run your mouth anyhow, like in the name of, oh, Nigeria is practicing a democratic system of government? You can just talk anyhow, and then you don't pay for it. You can't. In Nigeria, so I know what I'm saying. You can't just say Nigeria created the most advanced in Africa. Is there freedom in this country? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Come on now. That's why I'm always like a little bit careful, even though sometimes my man wants to run. I'm a little bit careful of the thing. I'm to be talking about some of the things they do in this country that are terrible, but I can't say because I don't my freedom is not guaranteed. Do you get? I can't say them. I can say it now. They will just find me and then palm me. I don't have anybody that will rescue me. So I better shut my mouth up. So where is the freedom? There's no freedom here. You can only have freedom in Nigeria if you are rich, if you are connected. If you're a common man like I am, you have no fucking freedom. Like, you don't have freedom. You can't just talk anyhow. Yeah, I understand. It's not like some countries like the Iran and the rest, but you can't talk anyhow here, and then your freedom is guaranteed. They will seize you. Nigeria was created by Lord Lugard in 1914, so North Nigerian states in pre-Nigeria, African created the most advanced. Okay, unless that so let's discuss. All right, go ahead. You have the floor now. Canary, you have the floor right now. You can explain more. In pre-Nigerian Africans created the most advanced democracy. So explain, because I know before the coming of the Europeans, before the coming of all those people that came, the white guys in Africa, Africans were in this monarchical kind of thing. The king, the ruler, that everybody in the community pays attention to. They pays their obedience to. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow, like they say. You can't just do anyhow. And it's true, at that time things were better. Like, African society was good. very good, like was good. There were no chaos because the king had the authority over everybody. And when they say stands, and whether you like it or not, you have to obey. And as a matter of fact, the kings had the backing of the gods because sometimes they were being chosen by the gods of the or the deity of the land. So if you deal with the king, the king says the king is like a god, let's call it demigod. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. I'm not a. I'm not that. That's exactly what happened. Oh Jesus Christ! Yes, King Thomas says I'm not that smart. That's a very funny thing to say. Come on now, you're smart. Why would you say you're not smart? Oh Jesus. That's very funny. Don't say that. You're smart. You're smart, okay? Yes, ma. Nigeria was created by Loluga in 1940. Okay. Nigeria was created. Oh, okay. By Lolugard. He wasn't even Nigerian, claiming he's against freedom. He has. He claiming he as against freedom is correct. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. I think she came back on the 12th, right? And went back on the yes, and on the 15th. Yes, ma'am. Please. I followed it up just exactly as you they say, please, exactly where are you talking about with kings? Yes, can yes, can I disagree with you? Okay, thank you. They were kings. They were kings. No, 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 no issues, man. No issues. Just yes, man. There was a Kano Emir king. I don't know about North in Nigeria, but like your empire, they have the Oba in yeah, this lady say she come back. When she better say she come back. There was a sultan. I don't know about North in Nigeria. Oh God. Oh, Canary, I'm tired of that shit. Oh, you had an emperor, oh, really? What was the emperor? What was the name? Or your empire had, or is it or your Messi? I can't remember that history very well. Benin had Oba of Benin. They had people. They had kings. Okay, okay. If you call them emperors, were they Africans like the indigenous kings? Were they? Okay, empire has. Okay, all right, emperors. So were they indigenous emperors, indigenous leaders? Were they indigenous people? Thank you for the like. Who is that? Okay. Thank you. I learn every day. I learn every day. Wow. So the people really had in pre-colonial times in Africa really had power. The people in pre-colonial Africa had power to themselves. I know. King Jaja of Okpobo. I know. So are you saying that pre-colonial Africa was a very free kind of society? The people had a voice. The people's voices were heard. They weren't subject to the king. As far as the people say yes, the king says what they say they should do. Is that what you're telling me? Canary says Igbo had a democracy system. Explain for them. I'm reading your text. Whatever you have to say, just explain for them. I'm reading them. You're right on that. Different regions had actually in pre-colonial different forms. of governance, different kind of, you know, ways of governing their society. But that Igbo own, forgotten what they used to call that before the coming of the Europeans. Forgotten how they used to call it. But I know that different regions had their kings, call it their heads, their leaders, their rulers in pre-colonial Africa. I know that for sure. No, you didn't get me what I mean. Like, okay, like you just said now, different parts of Nigeria as a country in pre-colonial Africa. Okay, Nigeria wasn't even a country, meanwhile. Nigeria wasn't like a country in pre-colonial Africa. It was after the amalgamation by Loluga, the south and the north, and then they merged them together and then called them, the country Nigeria. That's what happened. Before then, everywhere just existed on their own. Different parts of the countries today that is known as Nigeria existed based on their own region, or call the empires or kingdoms or whatever. They had different leaders. They had different, head rulers. They did. So I'm not talking about Nigeria in terms of a country having a king. I'm talking about based on regions in pre-colonial Africa having their own kings, having their own leaders. So I think that was a misunderstanding. The democracy system in Eastern Africa, Eastern Nigeria, is considered the most advanced ever created in recorded human history. Oh, Iran, you're back. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for tuning in again. Did you sleep well? That was very short. That sleep was that's a nap. It's not a sleep. That's very 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 short. A very short sleep. And Canaries, like people don't really understand this historical thing. Can we switch and then talk about something else? What should we talk about now? Seconded by ancient Greek democracy. Okay. Oh God. Oh, Aaron is from the Philippines. Okay, the volcano erupted and a virus was spreading in our country. It's one of the effects. It's one of effects are high fever. Okay. Wow. So what is the government doing about it? Like, is there a rescue mission to help salvage the situation, or they like? I know Philippines is a third world country like my country. So how is the government, rescuing the situation? Are they helping? Is it helping enough for the people? Canary says yes we can switch as long as we've been friends. You win. Ah, Canary, just take the cup. You just won it. All right. So, Aaron, is the government intervention enough? Like, have they even intervened? Because I know what they do. I do. I admit you win. So, take the cup. Take your flowers. You did. You did. So, Canary, what do we talk about now? I'm short of topics. Somebody just told us about the volcano eruption in their country, in the Philippines, and it spread virus. and it's fever. Oh, that's sad. That's a bit sad. Canary is laughing. You won, you won, you won, you won. Take the cup. Aaron, is the government intervention enough? Like, is it effective? How is it rescuing the situation of the fever, spread? And how are they, trying to like clean up the environment? Because I know when a volcano erupts, the whole environment is messed up. The neighboring environment, even far remote areas, could be affected because it's air carries it. The dust of the lava, spreads across places, and it causes a whole lot of harm. Should I tell more about my country? Go ahead, please. Ah, ha, 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 ha. But I'm not going to use it against your country. So you can tell us about your country. Tell us about your country. John Johnson, the doy boy. What this life about? Okay, John, we talk about everything, like everything. Akira, trending topics anyway. So we talked about earlier on Iran, what's going on in Iran. We talked about, we went to history, about African history, religion. We talk about everything, guys, but mostly it's just a discussion that will lead to another discussion like that. That's how it is. Please subscribe to the channel as you tune in. Should I tell them? Yeah, go ahead. Thank you for subscribing. John says he's proud Nigerian is who you see on screen. I'm very proud. Some people are like, you know, a lot of negativity have been associated with my country and with my people, and people tend to generalize it with Nigerians as a whole. We still have good Nigerians, and I'm one of them. I can tell you with my whole chest that I'm one of the good Nigerians in this country. You must have heard so many, Nigerians scam. It's not every Nigerian that is into that. And you should stop generalizing, and you should stop discriminating against Nigerians. If they come to your country, you shouldn't see them differently. They are good people. Um, Akira says, hello, where are you from? Hi, Akira, I'm from Nigeria, West Africa, in the African continent. You're welcome. Where are you watching from? Um, this is Nigeria page, yeah. Cool, I'll subscribe. Please, thank you. Subscribe and then like the live. Drop beats. Oh, are you a music producer? You're welcome to the chat, the live. Please subscribe. Subscribe and like this live. Justin Doe says he's watching from the US. Is it the US or Liberia? I think you guys share almost a similar kind of flag, Liberia and. Oh, bye. I'm asleep. It's night at our country. Okay, everyone, please do sleep. Have a good rest. Good night rest. Justin, I have a question for you. What's your most controversial topic? Okay, my most controversial topic is history. It's I've been telling somebody here that the whites, a white lady from Scotland called Mary Slessor came to Nigeria and stopped the killing of twins, because before the white missionaries came, there existed this call it belief that twin babies were evil children. So in that part of the country, that's in the Akwa Ibom state where I'm from, they used to kill twin babies. How do they kill them? Once a woman gives birth to twins, they saw the children as evil. They would take them to the evil forest and abandon them there to die. But this woman came, a missionary from Scotland, Mary Slessor, came and then tried to like change the narrative, like change people from believing that twin babies were evil, and then as well rescue some of the children. Each time I bring this topic up, somebody here, somebody from New York says it's a propaganda, that it's a make believe, it's a brainwash, such a thing never existed. So it's kind of controversial for me. So that's the topic that's very controversial for me. Johnson Doughboy say USA. Which part of the US you watching from? Ah, that's the guy. That's the guy saying that I'm still pushing the propaganda. Canary King. He said I'm watching. I'm still pushing the propaganda. I'm not pushing no propaganda. I'm telling you what's. I'm telling you facts. What happened? Hey, Cruise Gang. Hi. You're welcome to the live. Oh, Charlotte, New North Carolina. Oh, so good to have you. Are you a black person? So tell me about your city, Charlotte. Charlotte. Tell me about your city. Canary says you don't know, you can't believe anything from colonialists and slave traders. Absolutely, it's not everything that I believe. It's not everything that I saw in textbook that I am saying like this too. Sometimes you need to like question yourself, question things you see, especially when it comes to being when it comes to your own history being written by somebody that is external. You have to question it, all right, because most of the things in Africa have been demonized. You have to question some of the things they say, especially when it doesn't go down well. Okay, Justin says he's black. All right, brown skin and black brown. You're welcome. Didi, hi. Can I, if I travel to Akwa Ibom, I really have to like make a video, like a little documentary on this Mary Slessor, so that you believe it. You have to. I must make you believe it that it happened. Don't tell me sorry. I'm going to make you believe that it happened. I think evidence will show. Evidence will show. Actually, her grave is still there in Itu. I think she was buried there. She wasn't taken back home when she passed. Her grave is still there. So I think the evidence will convince you that the killing of twins actually existed in southern Nigeria, and it was a woman that helped stop it. Johnson says, ever heard of Credo Mutwa? No, no, I don't. What's that about? Tell me about it, please, Johnson. Johnson, yeah. Tell me about it. I'd like to know. What is the session about? We talk about everything. Like we started off by talking about Iran. We enter like general trends, things that are happening around us, things that are happening in the international level. We talk about it. Didi says, Akwemo has a carnival each year. What month does it take place? Oh, does it take place? A carnival, is it Akwa or Calabar? Akwa, yeah, Akwa has this carol carnival thing. I think it's December. Carol nights, Carol December, December, festive period. All the carnivals, everything you think about festivity or carnival is always December, months of December, both in Cross River State and Akwa Ibom. Don't mean to shatter your belief. Come on, don't come at me like that, Canary. Don't come at me like that. Just to say, I believe you about the twins. Thank you. Thumbs up for you, Johnson. Johnson, Canary, you don't believe me, but somebody believes me. One day, anytime I travel, it will take some time though, but anytime I travel home, I will go there. I'll go to like make a little documentary on Mary Slessor so that people will get to know about her. As a matter of fact, she's like I think they have a statue. a statue erected in honor of a memory in Akwa Ibom, in that region. Canary, I'm not going to argue with you. Canary, what's Credo Mutua? Please, can you give us an insight into it? What's Credo Mutua? I want to learn. It's not Calabar, bar, R at the end. Okay, Johnson Doe says Credo has hundreds of stories about African history. He's from Africa, I think Zimbabwe. Talks about folklore such as Mehmet, etc. Okay, yes, Credo. Um, I didn't realize anyone still believed the propaganda. Okay, somebody just believed it, and evidence will show. I guess you need an evidence. I know you're kind. You need to really prove it to, in every way that something happened, and I don't know when. That's the thing. I don't know when. But anytime I travel to Akwa Ibom, I must make a documentary on Mary Celeste. So I'll go there, check things out for myself, and then make a full video on Mary Celeste, so you can see. No, I don't think Lolugard was a good guy. I can't believe I would never, never. He wasn't a good guy. Mm-mm. As a matter of fact, he's the one that is responsible for what we're going through right now in Nigeria. Stockholm syndrome is real. Victims start to defend their. Canary, you're entering my skin, no. You're entering my skin, no. I don't know if she was cultist, but I don't know about that part of her. We as individuals, we have different parts, different we have different parts as individual. Maybe she was a bad person, but still bad, and then she did good. So we have different angles. We live our lives. Sometimes we are good. Sometimes we show emotions. We are sad. Sometimes we are happy. So I don't know if she was a cultist. History. I've not come across any historical book that says Mary Slessor was a cultist. So I can't conclude, and I can't believe that she was. I don't know. But how come, if you say she lied, how come the survivor, somebody that's one of the baby girls, the twin babies that she rescued at that time, so should be like, I don't think it's up to 150 years since, when she came. I'm not sure. I've not really researched on it. I don't think okay, let me say, I'm not sure that it's up to 200 years since she came and they even died. Because I know, like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, there was a survivor of one of the twins. I call it a surviving twin that she rescued. One person, a woman, an old lady that she rescued, and she is the daughter of Mary Slay. So people used to go there, interview this old lady, the surviving twin. They used to go to her house and then interview her. So I don't think it's a propaganda or a make believe thing. It's something that happened. It's something that happened. Actually, I saw one documentary on Congo. Oh my god. I think the person that did that video way back in the 90s, I don't know whether it's in the 80s, the person that did that video followed, like, it captured the event as it happened. It was horrible, like, it was full of horror, guys. Oh no. You think aliens exist? What do you mean by alien? Let's start from there, because like in the US, people called your president called immigrants Aliens. So what? Let me understand your. What do you mean by an alien? Because alien is something strange. So what do you mean by an alien? What do you mean by an alien? Slave dealing used to focus on kids. They could raise them to believe they are captors. Yes, aliens or some beings we don't understand. So do you believe in alien? What do you mean by alien? Okay, in the US they call immigrants illegal alien. So that's the only alien I understand. I don't know who an alien is or what an alien looks like. I don't know. So you tell me. Johnson, what's an alien to you? What do you mean by an alien? Because the way I understand an alien might be very different from what an American understands as an alien. I'm talking about aliens from other planets. Well, I've never seen one. I've never seen one, so I don't think I believe in it. I've never seen an alien, so I don't believe in it. But if you mean I don't know about alien. African Unite 443. Marry me as my third wife. African, let's start. Where are you from? I'm Cameroon. I'll take care of you. How much do you have? You want to? Hey, good. Yeah, guys, let's talk about this. I just remember something right now. This guy just brought something into my mouth. There's Neo. You guys know Neo, the R&B singer from the US. After his messy divorce, he's into three women now. Like he has three girlfriends, and these three girlfriends knows themselves that they are Neo's girlfriends. And as a matter of fact, they go together, they shop together, they dine together. Neo came on a Sherry show yesterday, and they interviewed him. Sherry asked him, "How did you do it?" This is the excuse Neo gave. Most of the people here are men. I want you to tell me, like, I want you to give me your opinions on this, if it's okay, because I feel the women are. Let me not use the word. That after his messy divorce, that he just wanted to be real with himself. He cheated on the wife, and they got divorced. Probably the wife caught him, and all those divorce thing happened. But he didn't want to be a liar anymore. So he had to like approach this girl and then said, I like you, I want to roll with you. But the thing is, I have to be very plain with you. It's not going to be only you. The girls, they want to roll with him, and they said yes. And they went to the next one. Like the three ladies, that's the same kind of approach he used on them, and they accepted. But the thing is, as they asked, Sherry asked Neo, okay, fine. Are these women allowed to have boyfriends outside? I said, no, 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 no. Why is it like that? Why should that be? Like, if you as a guy should have me, have another girl, and have another. Why should you're not going to get you with like girlfriends? Like, what kind of stupid relationship is that? And then I don't have the freedom to also roll out with. Does that make sense? Is there a balance there? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let's talk about it, guys. What's your opinion on that? What do you think of the girls? What do you think of Neo? We may not know where they're from. Okay. Marry me as I can't marry you as a third wife. Except you're going to divorce all those your wives. Africa Unite 4434. Divorce all your wives and then marry me as the only wife. I can't share. I'm too. I'm too like this to share a man with someone. Um, Johnson says, Credo said a UFO has unidentified flying objects, guys, from another planet crashed in Africa, and the villagers ate the alien. I don't necessarily believe it, but that's what he said. A false law. That's like all these kind of funny stories our ancestors used to tell us. My grandpa used to tell some tales like that, but it's just I don't know. I don't think they were like true life kind of events. I don't believe that either. Neo follows polygamy, but does is that fair to the women? Like you're in a relationship with the three women, and both all of them know that you are in a relationship with them, like they vibe with you, but you don't want them to like have their own freedom too. Why should that be? What's your take? What do you think about that, guys? Those women with Neo accept it because he's rich. Most American women not going for that unless they're Muslim. Okay. I feel when I heard this thing, I was like, oh, these women don't even have like they don't have class. Is Neo the only guy in America that is rich, or is he the only celebrity guy in America that is fine? They don't have class. Like they are self. That's why you for just anything because you want to be in a relationship. Or okay, you want the media to capture you that oh you are dating a celebrity. That's bullshit. That's like I don't know. When I heard when he put out the other parts, I was okay. Oh, fine, three girlfriends. Okay, I don't want to cheat on any of them. I don't want to lie to them that I'm cheating. I don't want them to catch me that I'm cheating. That's why I have them three. I understand. But when they ask question to you, are they okay to like are they free to equally have boyfriends? He said no. Why should that happen? So if you're doing I should that's not freedom, that's a bondage. If you're having the three of us to yourself, we too should equally have the go out and then do what we like. Hey God. I think relationship only favors men at this point. Oh, Africa United, no boyfriends outside. Of course, that means you need to. If you say no boyfriend outside, if you want to marry me, okay. If at all, should I want to marry you, and then you have two wives. You're going to divorce the two wives, and it's going to be you and I, just you, or me and you, no other person. If you're bringing me in, I can't even agree to such relationship. Polygamy, no, I can't agree to it. I can't. But let's say that I agree to it. That means I have to do my flanking outside too, which I don't want to, and I wouldn't want to be in such a relationship. God forbid. I carry it says absolutely no boyfriends. So, what's your take? What do you think? Somebody said something during that interview. One of the commenters, on that page said if Neo had a daughter, so he allowed her daughter or his daughter be a girlfriend to a man that has to get like in that kind of situation for any of his daughter to be in that kind of situation, he's putting those women in. That's a deep question, and I'm very sure that Neo will not allow his daughter to be in such a place. It's so unfortunate how some men, it's not all, we have good men. Some men act in a way that is so demeaning, so degrading, so subjugating towards women. but they wouldn't want the same kind of treatment be meted on their children that are females. Why? African says you don't have the freedom to that because I'm paying all the bills and the provider of the house. If you want many boyfriends, pay your own bill and provide for yourself. I'm coming. Africa unites. Africa unites. Look at me very well, my head to toe. Do I look like the kind of girl that you just pin down in your house and then tell her not to work? I'll be feeding you. Look at me very well. I'm not that type. Like, I don't even encourage. From the things that I've seen, the way I've seen men treat women, any woman that I come across that is married and not working, if I have money, I give her, start a business. I encourage you. I tell you words. If I don't have the money to give you, I give you verbal encouragement. You need to, because you're in a bondage. You are in a mercy of a man. In the his mercy, and he's going to financially abuse you, economically abuse you. African men, hey, yeah, it needs to deal with you. Somebody like me, I don't like nonsense. I don't. I'll provide. You can't. As a matter of fact, you can't even provide 100% for me. I can't do. I'm not. I'm not a lazy person. I have to like work, and I equally encourage every other woman work so that you don't be at the mercy of a man. Mba. Most successful. Excuse me. I thought somebody was saying bang bang. Okay. Most successful men have three women as wives. African United say Ozwa. What does that mean? Uzwa. The only question is who will be one? Because in this call it Neo's situation, guys. In this Neo situation, one thing is for sure. One thing is for sure. His attention is divided into three. Yes. And among the three women, there's going to be one that his mind, his soul, his being loves the most among the three women. And that one is going to be the one that the attention is going to be more given to than the other two. Canary, I will never be in a polygamous relationship. Never. I don't. I can't be. So what if what's the meaning of head of wife? It doesn't like still make you number one wife or number like that's bullshit. Canary, I can't be a head of a wife. It's either you choose me or you don't choose me. It's either I'm your wife or I'm not your wife. It's that simple. There's nothing wrong in being single. Johnson says, I don't agree with polygamy, but the logic about pregnancy makes sense from a logical perspective. Pregnancy. Can you explain more on that? Can you explain more on that? Listen. Canary says, so if I choose you, I have to hide it around. I understand. Like, I quite understand. Like, Neo's, if I were Neo's wife and he is cheating on me, I'll be very with you guys. Like, I'm an African woman, number one. Number two, I'm a Nigerian. We have thick skin. So if I happen to be in a relationship with you, maybe we married, as an African that have been lectured by her grandmother, like when it comes to marital relationship, lectured and tutored by her grandma during COVID. Go and cheat now, but don't rub it on my face. I don't send you. Go and do your thing, but make sure you protect. Make sure you don't rub it on my face, because don't disrespect me while cheating. Don't behave anyhow. If you used to do things like, you still have to like take care of your responsibilities as a husband. If you want to cheat, go ahead and do whatever you like, since you can't put your third leg in one place. Good for you, but don't let me know, because if you let me know, that's disrespectful. And secondly, keep taking care of your responsibility as a husband in the house. That's okay. I won't have any problem. As far as you don't let me know what you're doing outside, and the way I am, I'm not the kind that will be checking on you what you are doing, because of my mental health, because I don't want to die and leave my children, and thirdly, because I don't want to, if I, God forbid, I die and leave my children, you bring another woman, like in the Nigerian setting, they come and be abusing my babies. No, I don't have time for you. Go and do your thing and then come back home, be a husband. I don't have any. Seriously, I'm what I each time I talk about this, I say no, don't say it. But I have to be real. Men climb. They like this running things, and even pastors. We've been hearing now lately. Pastors do it too. So you can't. It's just in their nature. You have to understand that as a woman. You have to understand it as a woman. They're not gonna be perfect. They're not gonna be, bouncing up, be pounding you, only you alone for the rest of their lives. They're going to go outside and then test new soup. So allow them. But the only thing is, please don't bring shit back home. Don't bring disease back home. You have to like protect your family. In all your running around, make sure you protect your family and protect me. Don't put me out to be destroyed. Um, you said I don't agree with polygamy, but the logic pregnancy. I ask you to explain that. Justin says check my comments above where I did explain what I meant about pregnancy. Okay, where is that? Those women with Neo accept it because he's rich. Most African women not. Most American women not going to. Uh, that's the only comment you send that time. I think if you send a comment and I don't read it, just know that YouTube shadow ban it. That's why I can't read it. That means I've not seen it. So Justin, you have to explain the pregnancy thing again, because I don't make my audience equally to understand you. I believe other people don't understand you. I will never run in your face, and I will always use protection. But Shikina, is that simple? I shouldn't know that you're giving a girl 1,000, maybe $1,000 outside, and then you're giving me $1,000. Come on now, we're not mates. Me and your psyche, we are not mates. Like, come on. And I shouldn't know that. I don't want to say this because the same time it doesn't forget. I don't have any. The way I see life is quite different from how other people see life. Seriously, the way I see life is very, very different from how many people see life. There are some things I'll say. They will be like, no, don't say it. God forbid, there is power in the word. Don't say it. But I'm just trying to be real, so that if these things happen, I'll just accept them. Each time I talk about it, my husband does it. Da, 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 da. They say, don't say it. He will not cheat. But obviously, will. Like, he will. He will do it outside. But the only thing, don't let me know. Hola, amiga. ¿Cómo estás? Saludo. Saludo. Hi, how are you? Michael C. We carry the energy of whoever we sleep with. I'm good without carrying a bunch of. I know we still have good men. I said that earlier. So we have good men, and we have so Mike, we're talking about Neo, the American R&B singer, has his three girlfriends, and it appeared on an interview session with Sherry. There's this Sherry show, So Sherry asked him, how did you do it? Like, be in a relationship with three women, and the three women knows that you are in a relationship. As a matter of fact, you guys have been seen together publicly on so many occasions, and you look so great and so happy together. How did you do it? So they just started her, telling the woman, that she talked to this one, he talked to this one, and the person agreed. He talked to the other woman, they agreed, and the woman further questioned him and was like, so are they also free to have other boyfriends? Leo said no, and that's where I had a problem. So if you have us three of us at once, and then I saying I should now be able to catch my cruise outside. To be able to have some fun outside you and have fun now. That's not freedom. I feel it's a bondage. He is not doing well. Somebody asked a question in the comments. If Neo had a daughter, will he want his daughter to be in that kind of situation he's putting those girls in? And truly speaking, let's be real, I don't think he would want his children to be, his daughters to be in such kind of relationship, be pinned down that way. So let me take Michael C. But I really like I'm like this for you. You say what who you sleep with, you carry the energy. So that's so true. Some people don't know, especially men. They take pride in, I just finished her. Yo, I don't chop her. Like in Nigeria, they will say, I don't chop her. That's like they've slept with that girl. I don't chop her. I don't chop her. And there's nothing there. They will even be, saying rubbish about the girl. I had describing her VG. They will say terrible things about her. But you don't know, yeah, you feel like you are enjoying life, you are playing around, but in the real sense, you are killing yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, financially. You are destroying your soul. There are some women that you sleep with as a rich person, you start breaking, like you calm down. There are some women you sleep with immediately, if you were into business, your business start crashing. Some people don't know that. Some men don't know. Your business will start crashing, like you come to square zero, like come to the bare minimum, like ground level. So you're so right to say that we sleep, we carry that energy. It happens, but some people don't know. Um, but wouldn't it be more convenient to have them in compound with you in charge? Like you have different women in the compound, and then me. I don't want to know. Like I cannot be in a polygamous relationship. That's number one. So I don't see that happening. Canary Johnson says, I said, if a woman has three boyfriends, no one will know who the father is. That's not the case if a man has. Oh, I get. But some women know, so you should know now. You should know. Probably when the child is born, whoever the baby resembles is the father. Or they run the DNA. Thank God for science. They run the DNA to determine the father of the baby, who is the biological dad. So, no disrespect, but please try to keep up with comments. Law, you're talking too long to read. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, Michael C, what's your thoughts on you having three girlfriends? Do you think it's a flex? I don't know. The unfortunate thing, guys. The unfortunate thing is that if people idolize. I know men. Can you like women? Don't be a womanizer, please. Don't like women. Women are not that good. I know it's a biological need, but come on, we still have men that stick to their wives. We still have men that stick to one wife. What did I want to say? We still have men that have one wife, one, and they stick and very happy. They're very happy. So stop. If you're a guy, I think especially I don't know what's happening over there. Like having different mamas like a flex. You see a young guy of to having 4 baby mamas, 8 babies. Come on now. It's not supposed to be. Okay, well, I wanted to say what Neo just did, because a lot of you in America idolizes celebrities like people, and you want to dress, you want to sing, you want to talk, you want to behave like celebrities. This thing that just happened, this is new lifestyle. I believe some people are going to embrace it. I believe some people are going to embrace it. They want to be like that. They want it to be like that or have three, and it's unfortunate because ladies of this generation, anything as far as you have money, they go for it. Money is just the language they understand. Their self-esteem has been shredded off their body. Their self-respect is no longer there. They don't even care. Because I'm imagining Neo with those 3 girls on bed. How's it going to go around? Solomon was a king. Neo is not a king. Solomon was a king. Neo is not a king. He's an American celebrity. It's not everybody that even know him. Polygamy is as old as the hills. I know. But do you know one thing? For real, Neo is doing this one. These ladies are just dancing to the tune because they're not married. Like the relationship is not a marital relationship. It's non-marital relationship. Let's if Neo, let me talk like in Nigerians. If you're a man, if Neo is man enough, let him marry. I don't know if as American society or American law allows that, but if he's a man, he's man enough, let him marry them. If they won't show him true character, and if they won't, those women will not make his life hell in a cell. Let him try it. I was let's say when two people merge as one in the highest possible level of existence, balance of energy. Um, Kadari says that's why Neo only has 2 to 4. Good for him. Um, Justin says I was in polygamous relationship in my 20s. Really, I'm in my 30s now. It's a headache. Not. I'm smiling. Yeah, God, it's not worth it. It's headache. It's headache. It's headache. It's not worth it. If you're intimate with one woman and then intimate with the other woman, the next her pH will be off. It's not worth it. Like held in the call it held aspect of your life is going to affect it. Your finances is going to affect it. Your emotions is going to affect it. Because there are going to be days when this one, women we go through mood swings, and depending on how you feel, your expression comes first. So there are going to be days where one of the women will piss you off, and it's going to affect your general emotions. Okay, let's say this one is pissing off, the other one is making you happy. Can't be happy, like, come on now. and you tend to like go back to the one that is making you happy the more, it's going to cause conflict between the two of you, the one that you're not giving attention to. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, guys. Clara says maintaining 900 is expensive and demanding. Yes, as you get older, you slow down. On 20s, you need at least three. Good morning, world. Benjamin Brownie. Hi, Benjamin. Good morning. Welcome. Benjamin, please subscribe to the channel. Where are you watching from, meanwhile? It's not what polygamy is not what. Like, if I were a guy, instead of if I know you will get that so attracted to what you see, like your attention is being captured by what you see. But if at all I have a wife at home, and then maybe I'm at my place of work, there's this girl that is entering my eye, I'm trying to like, I'm feeling towards, having some form of feeling, towards her. What I'll do is to like, I'll run, I'll tell my wife, I would I will confess to my wife. I will tell my wife, because what she's gonna tell me will make me stay away from the girl. I'll tell my wife. But if you start harboring, the nurturing, harboring, before you know, you fall into the girl's hands or arms. And if she's not a good person, that's how you start destroying your family. It's a crazy world we live in. It's a crazy world we live in. So me, I don't support polygamy. My grandpa was a polygamist. I don't think he enjoyed it. He did not. It was hell in itself for him. He did not. So I don't think, to men that wants to practice polygamy, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. What Neo is doing is just having fun. He's chilling. If Neo is a man, let him be man enough to say, okay, propose to all of them at a time, and then marry them. I don't know if American law allows it. And see in the span of 1 month what's going to become of Neo. He's going to regret. I'm being like this like regretting. He's going to regret ever, getting close to those women. But that's just by the way, guys. That's by the way. Everybody have know what's best for them. But I think that's a waste of energy by Neo. And for the women, I feel they are suffering from low self-esteem, because no solid lady will want to roll with such a bullshit. No solid lady, a lady that respects herself, will want to roll with such a thing. Canary. I don't think so. They will still fight. When you do skelewa, you know what they call skelewa? When you want to go do skelewa, when you want to go and do skelewa in one of the women's hut, the other one will be screaming, the other one will be jealous. So, and if you eat this one's food and you don't eat the other one's food, it's going to be, there is not even a good thing. It's not a good thing. Johnson, come on now. Johnson is not talking rubbish. Oh. An average man has a compound. In Nigeria, we exist in compounds. Like, you can build a very big compound, different room, different flats. If all these polygamous men, they can build a very big compound and fence it around with a gate. A wife owns this flat, the other one owns the other flat, the other one owns the other flat, and then the man has his own apartment, like her own, call it flat. And when over here in Africa, men are like the head, the real head. It's not like how you people do in America, where women would decide, oh, I'm gonna divorce, get out of the house. It's not like that over here. Here, men are the real head. A man can decide that you stay in the house today, and he can decide to say, get out of the house. tell the wife to get out of the house, and nothing will happen. Even the governor, even the government, even the police. If you take it to the police station, they will tell you it's a family issue. So it doesn't happen like that. It exists in Africa. So Canary is not wrong saying it. Um. Um. Canary just easy, easy, guys. Easy, 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 easy. Timed out for 10 seconds. That's okay, Canary. Sorry about that. It doesn't really understand. Most people out there, they don't really understand how we run things here. So you just have to like clear him. Don't be angry. Sorry about that. John says, Jens, hello, hello, hello. I'm Sam. Hi, Sam. You're welcome. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I hope it won't come back bashing you. So only 10 seconds. That's fine. I like the way you're doing your class prefect thing. Jens, where are you watching from? Can I know where you're watching from? Meanwhile, please subscribe to the channel, Jens. Which part of the world? Oh, Netherlands. Oh, so good to have you. Okay, got your law. I'm in America. It's nothing like that. I come from here. Is on it of. Yeah, I guess. Johnson. We in Africa, we live in compounds, okay? So Canary was right. Was right. Um, but I'm not going to be. It's okay, Canary. That was just on a light note, all right. Netherlands. Welcome. How is your country? I know. Do we run the same timeline? Yeah, I think so. So, what's your take on being in a polygamous relationship, Jens? What's your take? You say your name is what? Ruth. What's your take, Ruth? What's your take on a lady being in a polygamous relationship? Or would you, as a lady, want to be in a polygamous relationship? You're so cool. Thank you. Can you say my name? Oh, your name is. Why are you deleting? I'm not gonna say this your name. I don't know if you're doing rituals. God forbid. I'm not saying it. Your name is Ruth, so I'll call you Ruth. Why are you saying I should say your name? Why should I say your name? I'm not saying that your name. I don't know if it's a magical name. I'm not saying it. What are you up to? Jens, what are you up to? I call people by their YouTube names. I don't even call people's names. Thank you. Thank you, Canary. Thank you, Canary. I don't know what that person is up to. Why should I call you one name that looks so magical? I don't know if you are doing. I'm not going to call your name. I'm going to call your YouTube name, the name that appears on YouTube. Justin says, what other African country have you been to? I've not been to anywhere, but I've been closer to the borders of other African countries in Nigeria. I've not been to anywhere. All my life I've been in Nigeria. But very soon, by God's grace, I'll start making journeys. Jens, I don't understand you. Are you a lesbian? You're telling me I'm so cool, I'm so cool. You're a female. Don't tell me that. I'm not into that. Okay. Johnson, let me tell you what. Most of you that live in America, I keep seeing people. I've seen call it war veterans, people that have served the country due to one or the other, they end up on the streets, homeless. If you invest your money in a country like Nigeria, say you are into real estate, you make money and you live your best life on this planet. That's the truth. You will live your best life on this planet. So if you want to buy a house in Nigeria, as far as you have the call it the paperwork that it takes to own a house in Nigeria. But the thing is that owning a house in Nigeria, you said you want to live in it, okay? It's okay, but for you to do rentage, I don't think it's that okay, like more as profitable as it is in America. Here we pay our rentage, you call it our rent yearly, and in a very beautiful apartment. Very like you can live your best life in Africa with call it $3,000 a month rent, but it's not like that we paid year. If you use your if you use $3,000 for a year, you have a very beautiful compound. You have a very beautiful compound to yourself, all fenced around in a very classy, beautiful environment with a gate with security. Security is very good in those kind of areas, and very lively. Like you live among the rich. Um, Jen says he's not American. I know you're not an. You told me you're from Netherlands, so I know you. I didn't say you're homeless. You're sounding as if you like you're into women. I'm not into women, so don't tell me I'm cool again. So you come to Africa, buy a house. Most of you, I don't know. You need to travel so that you don't. Sorry to say, express ignorance. I'm sorry to say that. It's not what I wanted to say, but I don't know how to put it. But you really need to. That's why you don't travel. You watch documentaries so that you get to know some places when they talk about them. All right, so that you don't sound as if you don't know what you're saying. Sam Malangos, hi. You're welcome to the channel. How are you? Good afternoon. Please subscribe. Okay, you've subscribed. I've seen you before. Like the live. Come on now. Let's move the live to 20. Just two more people. Yes, Sam, I remember you. Please like the live. I remember you. Welcome again. Johnson says, I love West African food. So, Johnson, tell me which of the West African food did you eat? But you prefer Ethiopia. Ethiopian. Which of the West African food did you eat? Hmm? Calm down. Calm down. Don't kill yourself, oh. Don't worry. Do you remember me? I remember you, Sam. Nick Gore. Can I pronounce that? Hey, can you say my name? Nick, how are you? Jollof rice. Oh, was it Nigerian jollof or Ghanaian jollof? Which one did you test? I know. make you a West African guy. So they gave you fufu and you didn't enjoy the fufu or what? Why would you say you prefer Ethiopian food? Come on now. And you ate pepper soup or peanut. Pepper soup is not peanut butter. Peanut butter soup, but I think that might be Ghanaian. I think so. Did you eat a goosey soup? Did you eat a goosey? Thank you guys for that 20 likes. I love you guys so much. Mhm. Fufu is actually a very popular swallow. What we call swallow. Swallow are different kinds of food that you like mold it with your hand and then put it in your mouth. Like you use it with soup. Could be pounded yam, could be semovita, could be tuwo shinkafa. If you're from North, if you come to northern Nigeria, they have what they call tuwo, different kinds of tuwo. They use rice, they use corn flour, they use other things. Tuwo. And then we have fufu, we have gari. So fufu is just general swallow. Fufu is very popular in Africa, in West Africa. But you didn't eat melons, you didn't eat egusi. Egusi is the cocoa. I've never seen anybody, any foreigner that doesn't taste, that I've tasted egusi and never liked it. Everybody likes it. Injera, not fufu. Injera. What's injera? How does it look like? Is it like fufu? John Ziegler. Good morning, beautiful lady. Hi, Johnny. John, good morning. Please like my live. James, I guess you're the one because I said you're saying hello, hello. I'm not responding. You just on like. Please, guys, like my live. John, please like my live and subscribe. We have so many food in Nigeria, guys. Um, John, you need to come to Nigeria or if you visit any. I guess if you go to Atlanta, people call it Atlanta. Is it Atlanta? Alana. We call it Atlanta. If you go to that's Georgia now, Georgia State, go to Atlanta. They have so many Nigerians there and they're doing business. You go to Texas, they have so many Nigerians and they're doing big food business, restaurant business. Just go there. What did he say? Oh, just go there and then go for pounded yam and white soup and come and give testimony on my live stream. Okay. Or you go to or you eat jollof rice. I don't know the kind of we have different kinds of jollof rice meanwhile guys in Nigeria. We have coconut jollof rice. I wish I can host it guys. People are not here. Coconut jollof rice. That's I'll send it to you, Canary, on your this thing. We have we have that's normal jollof rice. We have this one we call MTN jollof rice. That one we use palm oil. I don't know if you know palm oil and cook it. We have which one again? I think that's it. And we have rice and stew, rice with vegetable, white rice with uh pepper soup, catfish, pepper soup. We have everything. Philadelphia, where I grew up, has more African restaurants in Atlanta. Oh, really? And most other US cities, we have a section called African Town in Philly. Wow, and amazing. Wow. So just go there, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. We like to eat and we like meat. Meat. Oh God. We like meat. As a matter of fact, you want to kill an African man or woman, serve the person food without putting meat. Will not eat it. Rose loves Roblox 4. Hi, how are you? Rose loves Roblox 4. How are you? Good to see you. Please like the live, guys. I wanted to take it to 20. No, no pork. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We don't. Some people eat pork. Me, I've eaten pork. I've eaten pork. But I don't eat it on a reg, alright? I don't eat it regularly. Dog meat serve. Where I'm from, we eat dog meat. Dog. DOG. We eat dog meat. I know that sounds so strange. Johnson, from Akwa Ibom, I'm from Akwa Ibom, say in Nigeria, we eat dog. And in Plateau State in Nigeria eats dog. Like, it's a delicacy itself. But people say, well, I say, okay, it's animal cruelty, animal cruelty. But you have to have respect for people's choices as well. The fact that you don't eat dog doesn't mean others are cruel to animals. No. Oh, I think Jamaicans got the best food hands down. Really. I found myself in a place that I eat from only one colleague group of people. Cows are animals. Yeah, canary. Cows are animals. Cows are animals. So in some places like India, cows are like sacred kind of animals. They don't eat it, and they worship cows. So it's the same to us. Like, we eat dog. Some people don't like. They won't eat dog, but we eat dog. Jamaican food is slamming. Really, I've never tested anything outside. The only I love myself, guys. I love myself. Wherever I go to, I try to like test their food. Like, how some people are like, no, I can't eat all. Why is their food like? Because where I'm from, we know how to cook, baby. We know how to cook. Like, when it comes to Nigeria, and you hear about Calabar, Calabar people, we know how to eat good food, and we have a name in cooking when it comes to Nigeria. So wherever I go, what I'm trying to say, wherever I go, I try to like, I come here to Northern Nigeria, I try to like taste their food, to see how it goes. And so far so good. I think I like most of their food, especially the snacks and their beverages. Justin says, people say that human flesh tastes exactly like pork. Google pig. Really? I saw some guy, a travel YouTuber, went to a place that is that India. It should be India. One of the call it very remote. The people are like seclude themselves to a particular place in India. They don't mingle with the other people. It's just themselves. So they said they used to eat human beings. And when they asked the guy, how does human being taste? He says it's salty. I've never tasted. I won't test. King Thomas, hi, you're welcome. Welcome back to the channel. So I don't know how you human being test. I don't know. I've never eaten, and I'm praying God, please. That's why I don't eat outside that much, because people can be a little bit wicked. Someone will not give me human meat. Let me eat. God forbid. I don't want to test it. I've never eaten. And there are some places eating a python snake. Is there anybody here that have eaten a python snake? I've seen that being eaten, but I don't like it. I couldn't even stand it when I saw it. I felt like fainting. I felt like fainting. Muhammad Lardig, hi. John, have you eaten a python before? Python snake. Canary, have you eaten a python snake before? People eat python here in the country. The Yorubas. So Yoruba people eat python snake. And I was surprised when I saw the first day I saw that thing, I could Johnson said he's tried alligator, really. How does that that's like almost like crocodile. I've not eaten that one before. But I think it's something I would love to try. But python, no. I don't want to eat any snake ever in my life. I wouldn't want to try any snake in my life. Snake meat. Another thing I like, which meat again? Have you tasted goat meat before? Johnson, have you tasted Canary? Have you tasted goat meat? Goat orange. I'm done eating. That's a fruit. Orange. I know your orange actually looks like real orange, like the peels, but ours doesn't look like that. Okay. Thank you, Canary. I saw that bullshit. I didn't want to read it. I'm eating orange. I'm done eating. So, have you eaten goat meat? Canary, have you eaten goat meat before? It tastes so good. As a matter of fact, if you use goat meat to cook afang soup, oh my god, you use it with fufu, Jesus. Hey, use it with fufu, oh god, you just kill yourself. Like, I wish I can host you guys like to a dinner. Like, I'll cook afang, edikan ikong, and then do fufu. In that soup, I'll put periwinkle. I'll put smoked fish. Pomo. I don't know if you know what pomo is. That's animal skin. And then I put the real meat. I put up morocco. Oh my god. Oh my god. Say it again. It's been a long time since I ate a fan soup. Nelson Okoko says hi. Hi Nelson. Obed me. Hello. Obed says hello girl. Hi Obed. Please guys subscribe. Obed. Nelson, please subscribe to the channel. This is Prostoryline, and I'm a streamer from Nigeria, YouTuber from Nigeria. I talk about everything, any trends, anything. So you're welcome to the channel. Let me know where you're watching from. Subscribe and like the live. Obed and Nelson, please subscribe and like the live. Which place is that? Nigeria. Obed, where are you from? Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, okay? Nigeria, the giant of Africa. Oh, you're from Kenya. Are you from Mombasa? Mombasa. Young King, hi, Young King. You're welcome to the channel. Oh, babe, please like the live and subscribe. Give a thumbs up. Tap your screen to like this live, guys. Tap your screen. Kissy. Where is this? In Kenya. I've never heard of it before. I've never heard of Kissy before. Is it close to Nairobi? Tell me about it. Young King out of Zimbabwe. Hey, Robert Mugabe people. We miss that your former president. Like, may his soul rest in peace. He once told Barack Obama, if you say we should embrace same-sex relationship, come let me marry you. That was epic. May God bless his soul. Yeah, I know him. He was the president. I know the wife. Okay? I know them. What kind of question is that, Obed? Why would you ask me if I'm married? What's that? There is oil in Africa. Don't be come to Africa. Tour guide, really. If you want to come, if you have the money, do the travel so that you have knowledge of what it looks like. Obed me, you be a shawo. You know what they call a shawo? A shawo. Can't you what Nigerian calls a shawo? Are you married? You just came to my life asking me if I'm married. You didn't even like you're not even interested in what we're discussing. You're asking me, am I sitting here doing what's it called? What's it called again? What do you guys call it? Um, all those link up thing. I'm not doing that here, guy. You have to be very intellect. Use English. Go and check what's the meaning of a shower. Is there in the English dictionary? You Google it now and then tell me what a shower means. Come on now. Google what a shower means and then tell me. Canary, can you tell him what a shower means? Is an a shower? Google and tell me right now. Shower means. If somebody say you want a shower, what does it mean? A, all right. S H A W O, a shower. ASHAWO, a shower. ASHAWO, a shower. What did he say? Tell me what he said. ASHAWO, a shower. Tell me what that is. Somebody tell you you're in a shower. What does it say? Oh, but I'm waiting for you. Okay, what was the topic of the day? Oh, you got me cracking already. Okay, you checked the meaning. What did he say? He didn't tell me what the meaning. What what a shower means. You just came and said, okay, what? You're very funny. What is it? We just talking about different things, all right? What's your perspective on polygamy relationship, polygamous relationship, Obey? Tara Wali Alaji Ibrahim. Hi, Alaji. Alaji, what's going on with you? Hi, how are you? What's your take on polygamous relationship? Tarawali Alaji Ibrahim. Alaji Ibrahim, what's your take on its of polygamous relationship? Okay, let me give you a scenario. There is this American singer, okay, that appeared yesterday on an interview on the Sherry Show. He's a popular person. We must have known back in the 2000s. All right, we used to listen to Neo. I don't wanna go to bed mad at you. He's a singer. He's a singer. So What happened was that Neo had a divorce, a very, according to him, a very messy divorce, and the divorce was due to him cheating on the wife. So the wife divorced him, they separated, and now Neo was said on the show. Okay, the Sherry asked him on the show, said asked him because currently Neo is in a relationship with three women at a time, and these three women knows themselves. As a matter of fact, they hang out themselves, like they hang out, the four of them hang out, like have dinner. It's so rare in America. So when Neo appeared in this Sherry show, they asked him, Neo, we understand you're in a, kind of polygamous kind of relationship. How did you do it? So Neo went ahead to tell how he did it, that he talked to the girls and they accepted him. So now the interviewer went ahead to ask him, are they also free to have boyfriends? Because all of them, the three of them are coming together, loving you, in a relationship with you. Are they free to have a relationship too? Neo said, no, 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 they are not supposed to. No, don't have to. You see that they are all for me. So, what's your take in that kind of situation? What do you think? You can talk if you want to. I think I need to eat, guys. I have to. I have to be here for like 3 hours. I don't think I've even taken my breakfast yet. So I'm going to go ahead and have a brunch. The food I had since morning is still here. I have to go warm it up and then eat. Oh, but are you still there? You want to talk? You don't want to talk? So maybe I should just go off a little, guys. Give me like you can tune back in call it in the next 15 minutes. Let me just take a little break and then eat, guys. All right, I won't go off. It'll still be there. In the next 15 minutes, it's just tuning. I'll see you guys soon.